Good morning and well, good evening, good night, good day, wherever you are. I'm back. I'm back after a bit of a break, and I feel like talking about things that I have been enjoying. So we're doing the top down today, and hopefully, it's not too bad a video. All right. This is a New Wave Tarot. Here's what I'm going to say about it. I freaking love it. But this was totally my scene in the early 80s. Early to mid 80s. Music is represented in this tarot deck. The creator is Canadian. He has an Etsy shop. This is the name of his Etsy store, Welkin Tarot. Can you see that? All right, that looks a bit better. And he makes like, collage decks, and I think this is my only collage deck. Anyway, so this is a review because I've used it for a bit. I've had it for a bit. I've had it since I think January, early this year. I haven't used it a whole lot. Let's be honest. Something like this is not exactly kind of tarot deck you would use every day. And it's certainly, you have to be in the mood for it. And let me explain. From my personal perspective, this is a very personal niche deck. This puts me I have to be in a mood where I can take it. And a lot of it has to do with, well, I was coming of age in the early 80s and it was a little harsh. So, my life was a bit harsh. I'll just leave it at that. And this is the music that sustained me. Not all of it, but it's a really, really expert cross-section of that time. So this is, it's published by, it's self-published by the creator. He has other decks as well on his site. This is the one this is the book. This is not just another pretty face, is my first, the first comment I'm going to make about this deck is it is not another pretty face. It is not another vapid novelty deck. This creator knows tarot, has a very solid knowledge of tarot, a very solid knowledge of this music, of this era. The guidebook, put it this way, the guidebook is a standalone book. Like, it's a standalone work. I feel the tarot deck is just extra. You know what I mean? It's this, but this again, like I said, niche, right? So here's an example of a card. This is Four of Earth, Four of Pentacles. Gold by Spandau Ballet. I love that song. I love the energy of that song. I love the lyrics. But he does a write-up on the band, and then he ties the song, the band, the song to the tarot archetype. All right. So I think I'll get right into the flip through. Okay. So for those of you who care about these things, yeah, it's a two-part box. It's nice and sturdy. I love the backs. There's some lyrics on the sides, or song titles. Oops, sorry. And Sorry about the sniffling. I'll try to stop. Okay, so here we are. So let me see if I could bring this closer. Oh my God, and still stay in frame. Sorry to give you seasickness. Just wanting to get close enough because these cards are there's a lot of detail in these cards. All right. So it'll become apparent as I flip through some of the things I'm going to say at the start. That way I don't, One is the major arcana. You have to kind of look for the title and the number, or you got to look for the title. So all the majors have the title in them. So you have the Fool, and then you have the band name Devo. For the most part, don't quote me on it, because again, it's not like a deck I use every day, right? I freaking love it, but it's literally for me, it's a collection piece. It's a tarot deck of a slice in time of my life. And so it's very personal to me. You're not going to have the same, unless this is your era of coming of age, you're not going to have, and this was your scene, you're not going to have the same experience that I had. So I'm going to talk about so let's start with the flip through. Okay. So, oh yeah, for you people that like to know this kind of stuff, it's, you know cardstock this is? It's that Make Playing Cards satin one, the basic cardstock, the good one that really shuffles nicely. I'll do a shuffle for you because look at the size. This is large. This is a large deck. And oh my God, would you believe it? I do not have. Let me see. Hang on. Let me get you a standard sized. Let me get a standard sized tarot card. Oh my gosh, people. I never do this kind of stuff, but here we are. So here we go. This is, can you see? Oh my God. Yeah, so that's big, right? That's a big, big deck. But because it's made with normal cardstock, that's what I call it now. It's either normal or like usable cardstock. Oh my God, I am fumbling on the side here so I don't drop that, what I just used as a comparison. Okay. So it's normal cardstock for actual cards. It's really big. And I can riffle and bridge it. So already I'm biased. I love it. Okay. So let's start with the flip through. It's already 8 minutes in. Haven't shown you anything. Hopefully those of you that are just here for the flip through have already jumped ahead and you have me on mute so you don't have to listen to me talk about it. Okay. All right. So let's... see, it's interesting because, right, these are, I don't read tarot, like book meanings. Anyway, look, I read into the archetypes a little further, let's say, than just the book meanings. The book meanings to me, like, they're so limiting. I can't even, right? But here's an example of, well, why Blondie, which for those of you who may not be of this era, is the name of the band, not the lead singer. Her name is Debbie Harry. Why the High Priestess? Well, Blondie released music that was weird when they released it, but it was just ahead of its time. It's like, they had some hidden knowledge of where music was going, what direction music was going in, and they would go there first, as an example. Now, there's some things, like for me, I would have chosen a different photo of Bono. Bono would have been younger. It would have been more the War album, right? Emperor. But so some, but you know what? Nobody's perfect. Nothing is perfect. I love this song. I love Yazoo. Wheel of Fortune. This is MTV. That kind of changed everything. It did change everything. Okay, so there was this other new wave tarot back in the day. I don't know, it was also independently produced. I don't know who the creator was. And I had said, absolutely not. I don't want that piece of shit, because Ian Curtis was the hangman. And I think it was depicted as such. And if you are a New Order fan, you know, they used to be Joy Division, and the lead singer of Joy Division hanged himself. I think it was the night before they were going to go on their first American tour. Like they had just broken big. It was in 1980. I love that this creator chose New Order for the hangman. I love that they chose Blue Monday as the tune. And yeah, I thought this was very, if you're watching, not that I expect you to be watching, sir or madam or whatever you prefer to be your pronoun, well done, very classy, thank you. Bela Lugosi's dead. The death card. Notice it doesn't say death on it, just has, you know, number 13, like the Arcana sans nom, like the Marseille that just has the number, the no name. Oh, Elvis Costello. Yeah, love it. Heavy metal is the devil, which if you were young at that time, you would agree. Bruce Springsteen. Oh my God, this album, Born in the USA, was the tower. This was mid-80s. This is like, anyway, again, brilliant. Techno, the star. So we had BandAid, Injustice, and we have We Are the World. So BandAid, Do They Know It's Christmas, for Justice, and We Are the World, the North American answer to BandAid's Do They Know It's Christmas. It's number 21. So this is where it gets, so, you know, Major Arcana, it's pretty, you could pretty much tell what's going on there. Here's where it gets complicated for me. The minors, first of all, I love that they are elemental. And I love that he didn't Photoshop, or they, I'll stick with they, it's better that way. I love that they didn't Photoshop a bunch of swords, like, you know, really bad Photoshop swords. I love that they didn't do all that. I really hate that, guys. Oh my God, nothing ruins a tarot deck for me more than Photoshopped suits on it. Like, you know, swords, cups, coins. It's like, choose an aesthetic and stick to it. I don't want to see your aesthetic with those arcane, badly photoshopped suits on it, please. Just so I respect this creator for choosing a direction and sticking to it, even though I have a hard time with it. All right, so we're going to start with the suit of air. All the cards in the suit of air, for the most part, have these gray borders, except you see this one's got a little bit of a blue tinge to it, but that's fine, no matter. All right. So we have the ace. So this is the suit of air. Oh my God, people love it. One of my favorite songs. Another one of my favorite songs, although there's others I like better. So yeah, I'm not going to say I'm not going to call out all my favorite songs because they'll be here forever, but this is the suit of air, and I'm going to keep reminding you what suit we're in, because there's no way of knowing other than the borders, which I guess it's fine, like this steel gray, my brain can connect it to the steel of swords, right? Ten of Swords, video killed the radio star. That was the first video to air on MTV when it went live. The courts are plural for the pages and the knights, which I find is a very interesting choice. Again, I'm not going to, but I love the choice of artists. So that was air. Okay, let me move this out of the way. Oh, and like this is so 80s. The aqua, the teal aqua bleeding into the hot pink purple. Yeah. All right. Anyway. So this is fire. Red borders. Oh my God, people. But the collage work is fantastic. It's very slick. So well done. I love the way the artist, the creator, the artist framed everything. So again, a reminder, this is fire. Oh my God, I love these guys. Okay, stop it. Stop gushing. Let me just say this outright. Most of all these cards, like most of the artists, I love. So in this case, it's Page of Fire. And again, I like that. I like the choices. The creator stayed true to the creation unapologetically, and I love that. Psychedelic Furs as Knights of Fire, Cyndi Lauper as the Queen of Fire, and Billy Idol. So now we're going to go into water. And water is all teal except for the ace. That kind of bugs me. It bugs me because once the deck is all mixed up, I'm not sure if this is a major or like, you know what I mean? Like I can't. And this is what I want to say. And you'll see, like I'll go through when I get to the last suit, you'll see what I mean. So we're at water. So we did the majors. Then we did the air, swords. Then we did fire, wands. And now we're going to look at water. Let me just... Montreal represent! Men without hats. Hated that song at the time. Now it's just whatever. It's just part of that era. It's an anthem of that era. Okay. Aussies represent. Nice. Okay. Okay, I'm not going to gush. I promise. So, 6 of Cups. 7 of Cups. So this is water, cups. 7 of Cups. I love that choice for it. Again, this video would be like 2 hours long if I talked about each card and the artist, the song, the album, and all that stuff. I'm not going to get into that. But you see, there's a wonderful guidebook that goes with it, but I can, because this is my era. This is my world. This is my past. This is my experience. I don't need the guidebook, but the guidebook for the guidebook to wow me, for the cards, like for the creator to wow me with their knowledge of tarot and the music. What I'm trying to say, this is a prime example of my experience is not, your experience may not be the same as my experience. So this is why we have to, when we look at these kind of reviews and stuff, we need to be objective. I found this to be a very responsive tarot deck. It surprised me at how good, how well it reads, how profound the messages can be. But a lot of it is, it reaches the imagery, the choice of music, band, even a specific time of that band, like, you know, the timeline of that band, when that song, you know, was released, reaches into a part of me that's already inside, which is what divination tools are supposed to do. Spiritual tools are supposed to reach inside of you. You're not, you know, okay, I'm not going to say supposed to, but here's how I feel. I don't expect an object to give me something. This is a mirror. And when it's the right mirror, it reflects me back at me for me to analyze. And now the last suit. Okay. Recap. We went through the majors, which are all, you know, their own thing, right? Sorry, let me bring this down a bit. Then we went through air, swords. Then we went through wands, fire. Well, they're fire here, but corresponds with wands. And then we went through these, and this is water. This is earth. This trips me up. And, you know, it's not, I don't use this deck. This is not going to be a deck that I'm going to use all the time. But when I do use it, this suit always trips me up because it's orange. And I associate red and orange with fire, wands. Brown would have been a good choice. Green, I understand. Like when I look at it, I go, okay, maybe green would have been probably a little, because the gray is a little greenish on the swords. I don't know if like it depends on your monitor and all that stuff, right? But so this is my main criticism, is the borders trip me up and make me think of fire. My only other, like if this was a deck that I was going to use a lot, I would have to write in the elements on these borders, because they're not readily apparent, not from the imagery, because the imagery stays. And this, see how so I have the criticism that I can't tell what suit they are when I throw down the cards. But it's also what I love about this creation. This artist made a choice not to put the stupid, crunchy, photoshopped suits onto their art. I freaking love it. And there's the numbers, right? And so that would be 1, Ace of Earth. So I will continue and then. So you see, this to me is very wandsy. It's very fiery. So I'm going to, as I did with the other suits, I'm reminding you this is Earth. So 7 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles, when I first flipped through, sorry, I got confused in my own thoughts. So as I was flipping this and I was going on and on about how this is Earth, and so I was actually second guessing myself, and I thought, oh my God, did I mess it up? Is this fire? And there I see pages of Earth. So you see, it's I'm programmed, man. I'm programmed. For me, it's difficult. This suit is difficult for me because of the orange, but it is what it is. It's not going to change, right? I still love it. Oh my God. Okay. Love it. This did make me chuckle, which I do shuffle into the deck. All right. This is the, poking fun at my question kind of card. Love it. Look how young he is. Oh my God. Okay. All right. So I'm going to do the demo because, so I've mentioned it before. So my hands are a little puffy today. The arthritis is bothering me. Okay. I don't have the reach I used to have. This is just barely getting across top of the deck, and so I'm going to try to do it this way. So if you have longer fingers than I do, you could totally do that easily because of the cardstock. This is what had me pleasantly surprised. I was saying, ugh, I can't riffle shuffle it. Oh, I totally can. Look at this. Try doing that with most of the decks that are available today. No siree, Bob. This is what, how old am I? You know how old I am. I just showed you a freaking New Wave Tarot deck. And I know all the songs and all the lyrics to all the songs. So, I had all the records. You know what I mean? Like, oh my God. Records. vinyl records, you know, before they were cool. Well, no, they were always cool, but before they made, now they're a hipster status symbol. I'm the generation that said, what the fuck, man? What's a compact disc? Why? So they could charge us double for what they were charging us for an album. All right, so let's pick a card. And I want you to go, I'm going to pick a card, this card at random, and then I want you to go listen to that song. That's what I'm going to leave you with. Oh, love it. The English Beat. Save it for later. That is a nice energy to start my day. I'm going to play this song for sure. And 9 of Wands. 9 of Fire. The English Beat. Save it for later. All right, folks. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and I'm wishing you all a beautiful day.